Hang time, who been a plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back.
The famous We Love Houston. And let's go.
Well,
no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris at small forward with Horford at the 4. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Milton in at the point. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3 slot. Here's Horford. Rebounded by Tucker.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
So, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching the team experiment with what makes it.
For the finish, the slam dunk by Robinson.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford looks so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
And for Green, who is almost out of the league due to a heart condition, he's had a great career.
He has, Kevin. I mean, he's never been an all-star, but his production has never been lacking at any of his stops. I mean, lately, Green has been best as a leader for the second unit, who came up with a handful of scores every game.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Horford. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
That's why McLemore is out there. The way he opens up the floor with this outside shooting is huge for this team.
Green against Embiid. Over Green. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
Is there a more entertaining player in this league than Joel Embiid? I mean, on the court, he's a 7-plus footer who can do it all. Off the court, no one better on social media.
For 3, Westbrook. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead they were able to get out to.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chalk for Jason Williams, what he started in the culture of play and what he continued in. You look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike, Bibby, and Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the best shooters I've played with.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree. Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the point.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And let's use this break to bring up the top scoring teams in the league so far this season. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In second, the Rockets.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
The form, the extension, the release. You gotta love watching Harden's jump shot.
Here's Milton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. He gets that one. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Outside Westbrook. Harden against Richardson. Over Richardson. And he can't bank that one in. The 76ers trail by 14.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs, and he's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal. It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. I don't know if it's been the main factor, but this off night has definitely been one factor here.
Harden the pass to Covington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. And that's now 7 points for Robert Covington.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
Horford finds Richardson. In the corner, it's Harris. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
I like when Harris attacks in the paint. He's got the size and length to make that work.
And here's Harden for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Harden's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it.
Milton the pass to Embiid. Shoots over Tucker. Harden grabs the miss. Rockets leading by 17. Here's Westbrook. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Tucker's got his second basket of the night.
There might not be too many guys in a foot race, but Tucker is always going to bust his butt to get out on the break.
Embiid, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there's a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Harden inside the three-point line. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure. No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Feeds to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Harden, no good.
When the D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's dunking.
From deep, Harden. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. 6 seconds left in the third. Jacks up a 3. The shot off that time. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Damari Carroll out there. He's out there with Ben McLemore. Austin Rivers is out there with Green. And it's Clemens in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Carroll kicks to Rivers. Kept alive by Houston. From the arc, Green breaking loose. Bangs home the trifecta. Rivers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Harden comes in for Austin Rivers.
Checking in for your Rockets.
Houston leading by 22. See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing, by the way.
Here's Thibault. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Up top, Tucker, defended by Scott. No one covering. And that's now 17 points for James Harden.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Back to McLemore. Offensive rebound. Covington kicks to McLemore. Ripped away. Here's Thibault. Pass to Korkmaz. Misses the 3.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without foul.
The 76ers trail by 21. And that one's good. Thibault's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it's not difficult to see the potential that Harris has. I mean, he's a guy that can do just about everything out there on the floor.
Harden the pass to Tucker. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Rockets lead by 21. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
Pass to Tucker. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. So many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
And Abamute kicks to Chandler. The Rockets with another miss.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for James Harden.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Caboclo kept alive by Houston. The pass to McLemore. Second chance shot. No good that time. And now the 76ers on the break. Here's Korkmaz. No good on the triple. Here's Caboclo. Hands it from downtown.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was all right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to Philadelphia, the birthplace. And with the players love him. Thank you, David. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Right now, the sixth best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
And for Philadelphia, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Burks in at the 1. Here's Lillard, following the score by Josh Richardson. And here's Anthony from the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Count the basket.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Collins, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Burks, the pass to Richardson. Fires for 3. Burks can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Collins finds McCollum. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4 or 5.
Burks, the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Harris against Anthony. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Anthony. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Now here's McCollum. 6-point game. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Lillard. Oh, good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
The offensive rebound. And the rejection by Collins. Harris outside. Takes the 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Boy, this is something that Harris has really enhanced in this game over time. Hard work, paying dividends.
That shot wide open.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Burks kicks to Richardson. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation for the Trailblazers. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Zach Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's McCollum. His last outing, we saw him 4 in 22.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And there's Richardson on the assist by Embiid.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
A nice shot by Simons.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's Simons. Back to Whiteside. Little passes to McCollum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Here's Harris. And he makes good on the layup. Harris has got 7.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Count that bucket.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Thibault, the pass to Harris. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Good if it goes. No good on the last second attempt there. Plenty of offense in this. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign.
What put me over the...
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history. Something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
On the floor for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Trent in at the 2 guard.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Simons. That shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Here's Trent. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Here's Thybulle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Mark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at it.
And the 76ers making a change here. Burks is checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Collins is checked in. Portland trailing here. Lillard scanning the floor. And Nurkic has it in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Here's Milton. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit. Here's Horford. Count that one. Horford's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
An elite distributor for a big man. Horford is the kind of guy you want to play basketball with.
Lillard. Rebound by the 76ers. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Here's McCollum. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers. And I think it makes sense for both sides. And he fits nicely next to Embiid. Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And Lillard throws it down.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And it's Harris off the drive. Richardson against Lillard. Now the pass to Milton. Here's Horford. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Horford's got his second basket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Lillard, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Robinson passes to Korkmaz. Over McCollum. And the 76ers tack on 2 more. Lillard up top. And so it's the Philadelphia set. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, for the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their field goal percentage was a... That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Burks in at the point. And that's the group. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard, kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists now tonight.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
McCollum against Richardson. Embiid trying to break loose, but they recover it. Richardson outside. Launches a three. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Richardson the pass to Harris. Kicks to Burks. The dish to Richardson. And stolen by Lillard. For the lead, and the rejection by Embiid.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
Burks' shot is good.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Take a look at the NBA. Who's the best, you think, Clark, at controlling the defensive glass, getting the missed most shots and getting their offense back in gear?
Yeah, I think even though he's a bit undersized, he does a great job. Draymond Green, not only does he rebound the ball defensively, but he also can ignite the break because of his ball handling and passing ability. Giannis Antetokounmpo does a great job on the defensive backboards, as does Joel Embiid.
Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Offensive rebound. Right side. Hazonia kicks to Anthony. Trent passes to Simons. Clock at 6. To the paint. The second chance effort. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Trailblazers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. The 76ers making a switch here. Neto's checked in. Little, he's checked in for Portland. The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. They now take the lead. Little's got himself on the board with 3 there. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate, but in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
Portland leading by 4. And finished off by Hazonia.
Boy, and the bounceability of Hazonia. Man, he's incredible as a leaper. A great dunker when given room to launch.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That'll be his second foul of the game. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Mike Scott. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Zach Collins checked in for Hazonia. Here's Milton. Embiid trying to break loose. Milton's shot is good. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. 4-point game. Passes it to Little. The 9-foot shot. He kicks it to Whiteside. Here's Trent. And the Trailblazers another 3. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Robinson goes in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Robinson's got 6.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Simons. Shoots from 14, and Portland again with the bucket. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing up. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins is out there with Whiteside, and it's Trent in at the small forward position. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Whiteside, great positioning on the putback. Whiteside's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Horford kicks to Neto. Back to Horford. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And here's Harris from the arc.
Come on.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Harris. And Robinson III comes in for Korkmaz. And Alec Burks subbed in for Shake Milton. Here's Lillard. Collins trying to break free. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his first points of the night.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Burks. That shot off. Good D by McCollum.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Horford and a dunk by Horford.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Embiid. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Anthony to the middle. Lillard. That's tipped. Burks against McCollum. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Burks.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Stolen by Robinson. Lillard against Burks.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
McCollum with the bounce pass. Collins passes to Lillard. Off target with his 3.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Kept alive.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia.
Tobias Harris.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard outside. Locked loose. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Richardson, and a slam dunk by Richardson.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Horford, no luck. Portland's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. It's good. 10 points for Damian Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Stolen by Collins. And now Anthony pushing it up. Going back to stop him. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
Harris's shot is off. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the right side. Inside, here's Lillard. Anthony nowhere around. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead. Richardson kicks to Horford. Embiid against Nurkic. In the corner, it's Richardson. Harris outside. Connects from three-point range.
Guys, this is why they go to Harris. They know he's going to find a way to come up clutch. Count it.
And stolen by Horford.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. And it's Anthony at the elbow. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Back to Lillard.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 5. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
submitted improvements: shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements: shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close,
the drama will unfold at Moda Center here in Portland, Oregon. The Rockets taking on the Trailblazers. For the Houston Rockets, they can't be too disappointed. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Here's Lillard. They grab their own miss.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. From deep, Harden drills it from outside. A lot of experience out on that floor in front of us. Brent, your career spanned 14 seasons. Talk about how you saw the game differently as a veteran player versus the first couple years in the NBA.
Well, I saw it from the bench, quite frankly, as a veteran, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Now, hold on now. I know that's not altogether true.
I think the game just slows down. You start to understand that there is a tempo and a rhythm, not only to any given quarter, but any given game and any given season. So it's really, Kevin, about the idea of it slowing down. And I did sit on the bench towards the end, Kevin. That is true.
A little bit.
14's still a good number.
But it turned out well for you.
Well, I get to sit next to you.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You're right. It's a lot of fun.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo being ultra aggressive now. You give him a lane to the basket, you're going to get results like that.
Westbrook against Lillard. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And it's Anthony with the jam.
We wasted absolutely no time getting the ball up the floor. Great instincts in transition.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. Pass to Tucker. The 3 from Harden. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
And it's Lillard on the follow.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Westbrook. There's the pass to Tucker. Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Cullen passes to Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Anthony. Collins out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Damian Lillard. He's putting up 29 points a game, 8 assists and 4 rebounds.
And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now. Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
They get it back. Whiteside kicks to Hezonja from deep. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 5. Here's Tucker. And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Austin Rivers comes in for James Harden.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
This is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the NBA's top defenders down low. The league's leaders in rejections this month. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside. The fourth spot held down by Robert Covington.
I mean, those two have been playing some special low-post defense, and a lot of the shots I've seen them sliding away aren't easy to get to.
Little passes to Trent, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Basket good.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Simons surveying the D. And that one released in time, but no good. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think
knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
So on the floor for Houston, they've got Damari Carroll out there. Also Green out there. Rivers out there with McLemore. And it's Clemens in at the one. You talk about role players with attitude and confidence. Brent, you're talking about Hezonja.
Still so many people intrigued about Hezonja and his ability to play in the NBA. Seems like the situations that he's been in have not been ideal. So an opportunity here in Portland to show how he can fit into a system and how he can consistently perform.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Trent. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot two here.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Whiteside. First in blocks, second in rebounding. And he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Collins comes in for Hezonja. Anthony's checked in for Little. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
Pass to Rivers. Back to Westbrook. Shot to stop the run. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Lillard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Rockets have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Collins is running. Anthony nowhere around. It's not going to go for him. And it's Houston the other way. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Moving it up, and there's the feed to Carroll. Buries it down low.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by Portland.
Passes it to Trent. Back to Lillard. Over Westbrook. Here's Nurkic out to the right wing. Trent. Nurkic trying to get open. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 4 this quarter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backcourt thus far.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Well, put that one on repeat right there. Westbrook smart enough to make a good decision on the pick and roll.
Lets it fly from 18. Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 6 points.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Deep 2 from Anthony, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Westbrook up top, covered by Lillard. Carroll, good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
Outside Collins. Shoots over Covington. Good D by Covington.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Lillard outside. That one goes. Count it. 8 points for him.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
And that does it for the first half of play. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with a step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
The high-powered backcourt there. Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Harden against McCollum. Stolen by Westbrook. It's good.
I mean, just a terror in transition is Russell Westbrook exploding past the defense with that speed.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russell's career.
Just flying up and down the court. 9 straight in transition.
Lillard against Westbrook. Shoots from the line. Up again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 10.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Harden, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Westbrook with the steal. And here we go. Rockets running again. And the jam by Harden.
So the pick by Westbrook on one end, and that sets up the easy transition points.
Here's Lillard. Plays it up and banks it in. 10 points for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Deflects the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Mario Hezonja comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's Houston now. They're on a 12-4 run. Back to Harden. Over to the wing. Fires the three. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Hezonja. And he banks in the layup. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Harden scanning the floor. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Stolen by Tucker. And it's the Rockets on the break. And yes, it's good. And now it's just a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Right side with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Stolen by Harden. 3-on-3. McLemore, the pass to Green. Houston moving the ball around. And the pass to Clemens. And another three for Houston.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Harden against McCollum. Trent passes to Anthony. And here's McCollum for three. That one doesn't go. Harden inside the three-point line. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. McLemore is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's Harden. And it's Clemens in at the point guard.
Stay in front of Carmelo Anthony when he's driving hard like that. The defense is finding itself in a very tough spot. That's how he got that call.
Rockets trail by 4. Harden outside from deep. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lets it go with a 3. And no good. Rockets shooting 43% for the game. Harden inside the three-point line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Harden's got 26.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
And Collins is right there.
Now, Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Pulls it up. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Harden.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Right side, good.
Quick elevation for a 5. Makes him deadly on the interior was Whiteside.
From deep, Harden trains the three-pointer. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Here we go, one-on-one. To take the lead. And it's Portland with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Kicks it out to Lillard. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 13 points for Damian Lillard.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
Harden. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. Anthony in the corner. Plenty of space. Bullseye. And now a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Such a nice one-piece shot from Carmelo that time. His form looks really good tonight.
Harden's shot is good.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Tips it, and Westbrook is right there. And now just a 2-point Portland lead.
And that's what a guy like Westbrook will do for you, willing his team forward in these big moments.
Outside Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
That is why Melo wants the ball. No fear whatsoever letting that one fly.
Harden gets the bucket.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Anthony on the wing. Over House. And that one's good. Anthony's got 8 here in the quarter.
Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just danger zone. You got to.
Oh, the power on that. Prudent.
Unreal. I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
Pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Good on the bucket.
Well, fearlessness by McCollum there, willing to take those big shots in the game's biggest moments.
Harden outside. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him. And this is why they have him as their star player, Whiteside, with the ability to step up in the clutch.
Westbrook dishes to House. It's Harden with the drive. Count it!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And Lillard gets to McCollum. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
And so it's Houston with it. Harden outside. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And the call, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge. The coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, onto the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Whiteside.
Yes! Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the net.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album.
And nothing. Well, influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer. And they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned it from a great how to get buckets.
Now, here's Tucker. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Richardson, good.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Westbrook finds Tucker. Back to Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Harden surveying the D. To the inside and stolen by Richardson. Shoots the 3. And the 76ers get it back. And here's Harris from the arc. Good D by Covington.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling. A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots, and 4 for 5 from the field.
Horford kicks to Harris. Pass to Milton. Back to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Embiid trying to break loose. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 5 now. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in an era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Houston in the lead. Harden outside. And there's the pass to Covington. Kicks it to House. Puts up a 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
And here's Harris from the arc. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. The kick out to Westbrook. He dishes it to Tucker. Houston needs to get a shot. Off target from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 4. Back to Embiid. Covington with the steal. Now here's Westbrook. D right on him. Pass to Tucker. Kicks it out to Harden. It's hauled in by Harris.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And that does it for the first quarter. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he...
Coming from the place where, baseball...
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Austin Rivers. Jamari Carroll is out there with Ben McLemore. And it's Green, and it's Clemens in at the point guard.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Scott. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Houston leading by 4.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously cricket, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, it's all been over.
Here's Clemens. The shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. As you're talking about the Philly fans, they were even booing their team in that conference semifinal round against Toronto.
Yeah, they got nervous with the season on the line. You can't take it personal. In Philly, they love you just as much as they boo you. No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Here's Green, and it's in off the backboard.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Robinson, again, Philadelphia.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Rivers scanning the floor. Nailed from three-point land. Rivers has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Back to Scott. It's stolen by Carroll. Now here's McLemore. Guarded by Robinson. Back to Carroll. Passes it to McLemore. Right side, Green. And Houston again with the bucket.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Feeds it to Robinson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
Pass to Rivers. Here's Clemens. That three off the mark. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Trailing by 5. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
The 76ers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Misses the wing J.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Green. Again, the Rockets score.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
The 76ers trail by 7. From deep, Neto. Carroll with the rebound. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
The pass to Clemens. 27 seconds left now here in the second.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Neto, the pass to Scott. It's stolen by Carroll. Kicks to McLemore. Pass to Rivers. Lets it go from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead.
It's big when Rivers connects from outside. Really helps space the entire floor for a squad.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4. And that should...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's getting it done is Jeff Green.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's Harris. He drains the quick shot. Harris has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Philadelphia. Passes to Harden. Covington dishes to Westbrook. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA. I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Pass to Tucker. Out to the right wing. Westbrook finds Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Westbrook. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And here's Harden for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The pass to Harris. Embiid dishes to Horford. Stolen by Westbrook. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And here's Harden for 3. Another miss by Houston.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
For 3, Harris. 16 feet away. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Joel Embiid.
Making outstanding use of the mid-range area. The big man, Embiid, he enjoys mixing this shot up in from time to time.
Now, here's Tucker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he gets it to go. Covington's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
You got to be wary of Covington. He's excellent at knowing when to shoot from these in-between spots.
Richardson, good. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Shrimp. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break. Whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
Harris finds Horford. Shoots over Covington. Horford, no luck.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
The 76ers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number.
Oh, that was something else.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the three off target. The 76ers trail by 7. Pass to Thibault. Westbrook with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Carroll passes to Westbrook. Here's Clemens. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Horford's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Here's Thibault. And it's off from three-point range.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Korkmaz passes to Burks. Rebounded by Tucker.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
And so it's Houston in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at the Rockets. Green is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Ben McLemore. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Clemens in at the point. Here's Horford. From the high post, he drills it.
Well, this is how much confidence Horford has in himself. It's what makes him such an efficient offensive player.
Pass to McLemore. Back to Westbrook. And McLemore kicks to Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Philadelphia the other way now. Left side, Harris. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
On deep, McLemore hits it from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 11.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Harris, great D that time from Green.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
The feed to Tucker. Pass to Clemens. Now, here's Tucker. He kicks to McLemore. Burks pulls it in. Harris passes to Thibault. Back to Harris. Here's Thibault. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. Thibault's got his first basket of the night.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Westbrook dishes to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. Drops in the tray. Westbrook's got the lead up to 12 now for Houston.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
The pass to Thibault. Kicks to Burks. Here's Thibault. Now here is Harris. Guarded by Tucker. Harris misses.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
McLemore, the pass to Clemens. Al Horford with the rebound.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for them.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Passes it to Clemens. McLemore with the ball. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
When you give McLemore the ball often, he can really fill it up in a hurry.
2 minutes left.
Pass to Harris over Green. Harris missing again. Rockets leading by 12, and the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Launches it. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
And they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Harden outside. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. House kicks to Harden. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
He's as surprised as anyone with that, Vince. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Richardson finds Horford, and here's Embiid. Harris outside. For 3, Richardson. He can't hit that time. The Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Rockets.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And this will make it 21 victories for them on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Russell Westbrook.
Well, he was the agitator, bothering everybody with his defense, coming up with steals. I mean, making sure they were never able to get comfortable as long as he was out on the floor.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Now here's Rivers. He's tightly guarded. Now McLemore. Back to Rivers. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce.
Let's meet your Portland Trailblazers, the other forward.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K. We are nearly ready. Well, thank you, David. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at the Trailblazers winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. And stolen by Richardson. Horford with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Outside Collins. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
With the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Nurkic with the block. And so just over a minute and a half played. And Lillard gets it to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And so here's Portland. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Lillard looking around. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Harris. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
A real comfort zone for Harris. I mean, he's looking to score often from this area.
Here's Lillard, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the night right here. The first one falls. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the 76ers making a change here, so he gets them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
It's stolen by Anthony. Lillard outside. And it's blocked. They get it back. Tries again. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Whiteside. Anthony's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's the 3. They get the rebound. Whiteside finds Lillard in a wide open look for McCollum. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Averaging 22 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is. And he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
The dish now to Scott. Over Anthony. Embiid, the pass to Thibault. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Neto. That is his first foul of the game. Azania, he's checked in for Anthony. Pass to Simons. Passes it to Little. 3-pointer on the way. Here's Whiteside. Pass to Trent from deep. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Scott. And stolen by Hazonia. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Little. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Korkmaz, no good. Here's Simons. And he's good on the 3-ball.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's giving up an awful lot of...
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Trailblazers up 5 from Portland. We're back in a moment.
It never occurred to me that
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Blazing speed in the open floor. Hezonja sprinting well down the court and being rewarded for that effort.
Burks can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Trent. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Scott can't get it to go. And the pass to Little. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Hezonja. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Little passes to Trent. That shot off. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford is checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott, and it's Shake Milton in for Raul Neto. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Harris's shot is off. Portland leading by 9. Here's Simons. Lays it up off the glass. Simons has got 5 points so far.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Pass to McCollum. Now, here's Nurkic. Little passes to Simons. Kicks it to McCollum. From 17 feet out. And the shot is long. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Detroit. Harris outside. Down low. Over Hezonja. Portland grabs the miss. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Inside. McCollum outside. Passes it to Little. Back to Hezonja. McCollum with the ball. The 19-foot shot, and again, it's Portland converted.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers trail by 13. Here's Harris, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, this is the threat that Harris poses now. He's a scorer from every level. Inside, three-point land, and at the rim.
Right wing. Back to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. He kicks it to McCollum. To the left side wing. Here's Simons. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. And it's Harris with the ball for the 76ers. 11-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. 43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. McCollum left side. Here's Little. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Little's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland. Robinson finds Harris. He gets it in there. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Now the pass to Simons. Stolen by Robinson. To the paint. Puts it up from 12. A second chance effort. Here's Milton. Harris inside. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Portland the foul.
Well, you've got to stay down on the shot fake. I mean, once Harris has you fooled, then you're done.
Both good from the line that time. Lillard from deep three-point land, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the... Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fan. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a... And that's a wrap.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. Right at the free throw line, and the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got the opening bucket to start the second half for Portland. The 76ers trail by 11. And Harris wide open. He shoots, tries to keep it alive. Offline with his 3. The Trailblazers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Out left to the wing. Lillard finds Anthony. Mark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
And stolen by Richardson. Embiid, the pass to Horford. Over Collins. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's 7 points for Horford.
Stretches the floor nicely for a big, versatile. Horford's become a perennial all-star.
And stolen by Horford. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And the basket by Harris.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Horford. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And it's an 11-point Portland lead.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Harris passes to Milton. Back to Horford. He's looking for Embiid and finds him.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Another miss by Philadelphia. Portland leading by 13. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Trent. From past the arc. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Anthony kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Right side, the pass to Lillard. Anthony taking his time here. Goes back up. It's hauled in by Thibault. The 76ers trail by 12. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. That one wide left. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Now in the lineup of the 76ers. Al Horford. Raul Neto.
Picked away. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
76ers ball.
6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They get it again. Korkmaz. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers lead. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 3. Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that one's good. Thibault.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that guy.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Here's Korkmaz, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Zach Collins checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Anthony Simons. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. It's Anthony with the drive. Yes, that goes in. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hand. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
McCollum, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. McCollum's got his first 2 points.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
It's picked off. Korkmaz passes to Embiid, and he makes that one.
He's got so much in his package on offense. Embiid just knows how to score the basketball.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Lillard. Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Embiid, no good. Trailblazers leading by 12. It's McCollum on the wing. Dishes it to Collins. The feed to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 4 on the clock. Shoots it up. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Passes to Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Well, he's got such long strides and unbelievable agility for a guy his size. Embiid's so good at going to the rim with force.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Korkmaz.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Here's Collins. Some solid defense from Harris. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Richardson. The lead now in single digits.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Kicks it to Whiteside, and it's McCollum in the corner. Good on the triple. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Trailblazers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And there's no victory sweeter than beating someone who's last beaten you. Tonight, they'll even things up at 1 apiece in their 3-game season series against the Sixers.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Yusuf Nurkic.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Lillard outside. Richardson against McCollum. Pulls from the top of the key and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Pass to Whiteside. Bounce past Collins. Lillard from deep three-point land. Can't connect. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg...
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have?
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident. And we've got whatever works, David. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3, the small forward.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it will be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Here's Westbrook. Here's Covington. Kicks it out to Harden. From deep three-point range. Unable to get that one. And it's Portland the other way. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Stolen by Tucker. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stop.
Well, Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
With the playoffs around the corner, Brent, some teams already making vacation plans. Talk about the disappointment that those kinds of teams are feeling right now.
Yeah, you start the beginning of training camp with ideas of wanting to play into the postseason, and you know the realization of that goal is not going to be met. And what you want to do is remember your opportunity as a player, Kevin, to go out and still compete. You might not be back with the team that you're playing the end of the season with, the last 10 games. Maybe you're somewhere else. But there are teams, as we've always said, still watching you. And so don't ever get away from the idea of the competition as the season winds down.
They always say the eye in the sky doesn't lie. Everything is on tape, right?
I mean, yeah, and they are assessing how it is that you approach that, because you show your stripes when things are not going well. What kind of character do you have?
Here is Harden following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Had the space there, but it's offline. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Nurkic finds Anthony. Lillard with it. And here's Collins. He's covered by Westbrook. 6 to shoot. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. The pass to Nurkic. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch-and-shoot jumper. No defense for that play. Harden
against McCollum. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Releases. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Westbrook following the score by Damian Lillard. Harden's shot is off.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And Westbrook, here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's funny when Russell slows down, he gets a little more crafty with his moves and his pacing, leaving the defense right there helpless.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 4 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. To the middle, stolen by Rivers. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up floor.
Here's Little. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Rivers. His three-pointers off the mark. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Simons. Whiteside kicks to Little. A miss that time. Would have put him up. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Green. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Trent. All sorts of time. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area. And the defense gets a...
Oh, and he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes! Wow. Yes!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly.
A lot of responsibility when things go.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got McLemore. Jamari Carroll is out there with Green, and it's Rivers, and it's Clemens in at the point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. To the right side. On deep, McLemore. Offensive rebound. Green dishes to Carroll. Second shot opportunity. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Trent beyond the arc. Second chance shot. Whiteside kicks to Little. Whiteside trying to break free, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, it's 7'1", and with the type of length that Whiteside has in terms of his vertical reach, so hard to stop on the inside.
The Rockets again can't hit. Right, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest. I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
That one falls. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Trent, and Portland again with the bucket.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game?
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Whiteside trying to break free. Again, the Trailblazers score.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Here's Harden. Nice shot from the wing. Harden's got 6.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Whiteside dishes to McCollum. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harden's shot is good. He's got 8.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Back to Lillard. 24 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in. Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Whiteside finds Lillard. Floats one. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Green. With 1 on the clock. Oh, he got it to go!
Patient. Bam.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did give up a couple baskets. Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot.
Well, the defense respecting the shot right there, and that creates a lane for him to drive right through. That's his game.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Over Westbrook. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. 6 points for C.J. McCollum. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Here's Lillard. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Harden with it. Lillard picks him up. Harden gets the bucket.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They've led by as much as 10. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Kicks it out to Collins. The 3 from Anthony. They get it back. And Collins is right there.
Now Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Lillard against Westbrook. Pass to Harden for the tie. And it's Portland with the rebound. Anthony right side. Lillard on top. He has 6. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Harden scanning the floor. Over McCollum. That one a little long.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Anthony on the wing, defended by Covington, and good that time.
Well, Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just danger zone. You got to put your defense at DEFCON 1.
Westbrook against Anthony. There's the pass to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Covington against Collins. And here's Harden for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 22 points.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's Hezonja in the corner. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Kicks to McLemore. And the dunk by McLemore.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Simons. The putback, and Whiteside stays right with it.
Love the effort from Whiteside there to stay after it and find a way to slam that one back off the miss.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. From deep, Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Here's Simons taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Anthony looking it over. Fires the 3. No good there. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Trailblazers out in front, up by 4. We'll be back.
Rebound to loose balls. We got to get them.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Damari Carroll out there. He's out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Goes up on the high post. Offensive rebound. Whiteside. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
McLemore inside the line. That misses off the backboard. The Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Azania makes it off the glass.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Rockets shooting around 41% on the night. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to House. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's Anthony drives in, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Rockets making a change here. Covington's checked in, and a switch here also for Portland. Collins checked in for Mario Hezonja. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Covington, and just miss after miss right now.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's McLemore outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options: Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Trailblazers leading by 11. Here's McCollum. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
The 3 from Harden. It's good from long range. Harden's got 25 points in the game.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
From the baseline, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Westbrook.
And that's just shaking my head moments right there. Westbrook, as fast as he is, can stop on a dime, rise up, and the defender's helpless.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Houston now, time running out. He kicks to Harden. From the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. It's Collins with the drive. Lays it up off the glass.
Collins not afraid of getting hit on the inside and goes up through all of that arms and legs in there.
Harden's shot is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And Collins is right there. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Hassan Whiteside.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Lillard looking around from 18 feet away. Rebounded by Covington. The deep three from Harden. Another miss by Houston. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for